looks like Walmart is collecting biometric data on all of its customers using AI and advanced surveillance and facial recognition technology. It's absolutely bonkers because it's not just Walmart, it's all kinds of stores all across the country that's doing this. It gets even worse than that. Let's go ahead and jump into this video and then we'll start breaking it down.
Hey, how does Walmart know what I'm buying in cash? I got an email from them this afternoon that says, hey, can you rate this product that you purchased recently? And I did purchase that product recently from Walmart. I bought it in cash, right? I walked to the electronics section and bought a USB charging cable with cash and then walked out. And I know that the first, you've already started typing. It's the Walmart app on your phone, you moron. That is a fair assumption. I do not have the Walmart app on my phone. I have never had the Walmart app on my phone. And further, I did not have my phone with me on this trip. Here's how I know I didn't have my phone with me on this trip. I remember specifically.
Okay, so suffice it to say that this guy basically had no electronics on him that could identify him in any way, shape, or form. He used cash to purchase his cable that he bought from there, and he received an email from Walmart asking him to rate the product. How did Walmart know this? How did they track him and send him that email? That's a good question. Well, it looks like Walmart uses a facial recognition technology called Clearview AI and Everseen. These are two products that work together to basically collect, categorize, and store facial recognition. And it gets even worse. There's actually a lawsuit currently going on by the Milberg law firm. Walmart was collecting this information surreptitiously. Walmart stores in Illinois are outfitted with cameras and advanced video surveillance systems that, unbeknownst to customers, surreptitiously collect, possess, or otherwise obtain biometric data. In its privacy policy, Walmart acknowledges that its surveillance equipment may capture the biometric information of shoppers, including images of the iris, retina, and fingerprints. Milberg's lawsuit asserts that Walmart has not publicly acknowledged its use of facial recognition technology in stores. Yeah, so basically they haven't announced to the customers when you walk through that door, like, hey, we're collecting this data on you. So, no one knows. No one knows that they're being tracked. And the information that they're collecting is absolutely bonkers. You go down here, so they got all the biometric data that they're collecting. This is on Walmart's page, by the way. It's their customer privacy notice online and store and in store. So this is what they're collecting. Biometric information such as voice prints, imagery of the iris or retina, face geometry, which is your face, and palm prints or fingerprints. Right? So they're actually even listening to your phone calls. If you're actually in the Walmart, you call a friend or whatever, or your mom, and you talk to them on the phone, they're listening to that. They're collecting that information. They can see you through your phone's camera when you're in there, and they can also see you through the cameras that are all over the store. They're watching everything you do and scanning it, storing that information, and actually sharing that across a massive database with other stores. This is like some dystopian shit here, all right? We used to think this was China's domain, like, oh, that's some crazy China stuff. Only China does that kind of stuff. We're doing it. We're doing it here. And it's, we used to think it was like the NSA did this kind of crap. Now it's trickled down to grocery stores. It's absolutely insane. But they're also using, geolocation. They're collecting literally every single scrap of identifiable information that you can possibly have. Anything and everything. So it says they're collecting sensory information such as audio, visual information, and other sensory information such as photographs and audio and video recordings from your phone. They're tracking your motion through the store to see how fast you walk, if you're limping, all kinds of information that they can ascertain from that. They do background checks by doing the facial recognition. It says they do such as background information such as background checks and criminal convictions, inferences such as individual preferences and characteristics. So they're basically using the AI to infer certain behaviors, certain patterns of purchases will give them. I mean, this is everything we talked about, right? We've been seeing movies about this kind of crap, and now they're actually doing it. Yeah, it's not crazy. It's actually happening. They will track the behavior and pattern of your purchases and everything else. It goes into a database. AI goes over this information and starts to build a dossier on you. What kind of person is this? What are they likely to do? What kind of vote would we likely to get out of this person? Is this person possibly a danger? Is this person a benefit to society? Who knows how that AI is taking that information and inferring data, using that, and then later possibly reporting that information to the government? You got a Gestapo all of a sudden. This thing can spiral out of control very quickly. And, you know, as most things do with the government and these types of technologies, it's designed to screw you over. It always is. You know, this technology was actually developed initially. Their reason was, you know, it's going to help us find criminals. It's going to help us find shoplifters. That's what it's for. You know, it's certainly not to spy on you or anything like that. It's certainly not to monetize you. It's certainly not to categorize you and put you in little boxes and then be able to deal with you if you turn out to be a problem, because a particular administration decides that for whatever reason. Or, hey, maybe you didn't get a particular vaccine or a shot or something. You can't come into our store. Maybe it red flags you when you walk in. This could go bad for people in a myriad of ways, right? So it's just like everything else. If they're spending money to advertise to you, to sell you something like they did in the past, to, you know, we need this kind of technology to track criminals. We need the technology to find shoplifters. You know, it's a good thing. It's going to help us catch the bad guys. So they spend money to promote this, you know, or it's for the children. God forbid the censoring that we're going to do on the internet. It's for the children. It's certainly not to stop you from seeing anything. It's just like everything else. If they're spending money to sell you on an idea, it's because they're going to screw you, right? Nobody in a capitalist society spends money for your benefit. No matter how much they tell you this is for your benefit, understand that it is not. It is most likely to screw you over for their benefit. Anyway, I don't even know why I should have to say this. This is pretty much common sense. But let's go ahead and check out a couple of other places this is going on. This is Kroger.
I was recently made aware of how much the grocery industry is fucking spying on us. And I gotta be honest, I didn't believe it when I first heard it. Like, I was talking to a buddy about it, and he was like, no, seriously, they're spying on us. So I did some research into it, and he was 100% right. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, a great example of this is a store I've never shopped at called Kroger. And again, I haven't not shopped at Kroger because I hate them or anything. I just never had one in my area. But apparently they have like alternative profit divisions that are solely focused on monetizing our personal information, like monetizing all the customer data they've actually taken in. And wildly enough, they've made more than $1 billion from this. A grocery store made $1 billion.
You know how they used to say oil is, or the data is the new oil? That's what this is. All right. They collect every scrap of information on you and they turn around and sell it. Who are they selling it to? Other databases, other agencies that can then take that, infer their own information, you know, from the patterns of behavior that their AI already came up with. All of a sudden, you're on 1 million different lists for 1 million different reasons because of the way they're interpreting this information. And there's like every other place out there. Every corporation goes by the motto, no matter if they say it or not, it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. So they're being sued now, Walmart and a few of these other stores. But, you know, this is only because it got discovered. You know, what happens to all these different places that are doing this right now that no one knows about? I can guarantee you if Walmart's doing this, everyone is probably doing this. Everyone everywhere is doing this.
Monetizing your information. Like, this is a store that profits like $3.5 billion a year. And 1/3 of that comes from monetizing our information. And another thing I learned was, like, you know those little digital price things? Like, instead of having the paper one, they got a digital one. Did you know that's there so they can like change the prices in real time based upon the traffic patterns in the store? Like, they will change it in real time if more people are in the store. Like, that's so fucked up, I almost kind of respect it. And even wilder, Kroger has this thing called an Edge Shelf, which is developed with Microsoft, which will actually facially recognize you, determine your like age and gender and things like that, and then adjust prices based upon what the AI thinks you'd be willing to pay for something. Like, that's fucking nuts. Like, I expected to see this type of technology in like CIA facilities or embassies. But in a grocery store? Look, I gotta be real. I'm never going in a Kroger. Like, I probably was never going to because I got Publix. But yeah, I'm avoiding.
Hey, I got news for you, bud. Publix is doing this too, for sure. I guarantee you. Kroger's doing this. Publix is definitely doing this. Yeah. So how did they link that cash purchase that guy made with his or bought the cable with his cash at Walmart? They probably scanned his face, and his face was previously linked to his phone number from a previous purchase before, where he probably registered it or signed up for something. And there was also there was a phone number, an email address, everything else that goes with that. And of course, they saw it on the cameras. The AI recognized everything and then sent him the email. You know, if that's where it ended, that would be great. But it gets, they're going to use this information for much, much worse things. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. Is surveillance technology right here, tracking people at, this is a restaurant, a coffee shop. Okay, coffee shops are doing this. If coffee shops are doing this, everyone is doing this. Most likely, any franchised, stores are definitely doing this, or any businesses that are franchised. They use this to not just track. I mean, this is probably being used to track like employees, how long they're sitting around at their desk, how long they took to go to the bathroom. I mean, it's absolutely wild, and it just makes you not even want to leave your house anymore. But really, your phone's probably doing this right now. Your phone's definitely watching you do all this stuff, listening to you, seeing everything you type. It's over. It's over. This country is China. We are, as far as like privacy is concerned, you know how they used to say, like, we have no privacy. Yeah, but do you know the extent of zero privacy that you have? It's insane. You're probably just sitting down to take a dump on a toilet, on your phone, and they're just watching your face as you squeeze one out. That's the kind of shit that's going on. All right, guys, until the next one.